Hello folks, welcome and welcome back to the whole bucket. It is an exciting day again here in the studio because Gingerscraps have arrived right here in this envelope. Guess what? So I talked about Ginger and how Ginger and I are doing a journal making collaboration together with an ink and page journals digital kit. That is going on kind of behind the scenes for right now. It will come to the forefront in a little, in a bit of time. But we are also doing Dephemerember together. I did show this in a previous video. This is my first fabric bowl that I made. I am not happy with this thing. It's the medium I used to solidify it made it too dark. You can't even see the colors and the design, and it's a little too squishy. I should have made it thicker, but I know what I want to do next, so I'm going to try this some more, and I'll be making a video on my fabric bowl journey again soon. There's some scraps I pulled off the top of this thing, and I don't know, a paper towel I apparently threw in it. I think I was cleaning up the mess after gluing this thing. So this is because Barbara and Louisa traded scraps and said if you can trade scraps too, give it a shot. So Ginger and I decided we would trade scraps too. So I sent mine off to Ginger's house, and Ginger sent me this package. And are you excited already? Because I see some fun stuff already. All right. So we're going to take a look and see what Ginger sent us, and we're going to try it in my first scrap box. I think, okay, if this is an indication of what kind of scraps are in here, I might want to make a taller thing and have this sit up straighter, because it's kind of floppy at the moment. Yep. All right. So let's see what's in here. We also did, they did 50 scraps each. We also did 50 scraps each. So, I'll try to go quickly through this, but let's see what's going to be available to us in our scrap supply for Dephemerember. This is exciting. Right off the bat, it looks like Ginger was doing some painting on, I don't know, this one's just been a backdrop paper, right? And it's sort of wax papery, but not exactly. This looks like tie-dye. Again, this looks like a backdrop of some sort. But it was folded. I don't know. Ginger has some of the coolest paper. I don't know what that deal is. So this is embedded. This is paper. The squiggly stuff feels like it's in the paper. And then there's some sparkly paint on the paper. Looks like it also might be tea-dyed. Goodness sakes, this has got a lot going on. I'm not really sure all what's going on. It's a little festive. For me, I mean, a lot of people don't think black is a very fun color. I love black, and I think that's pretty festive. Music paper. Always a good thing. Not die. Be like that. I think that's kind of funny. Ooh, some stenciling was going on, looks like. Right, some background designs, and maybe this was the off print, or the, the when you're cleaning it off. And it looks like it's on some kind of pattern paper. Wonder what that is. See that graph and angle stuff in the background. Is that like a quilting pattern? Maybe there's some quilters out there that might know what that is. Does that look like quilting pattern paper? There we go. Just had to block more off. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Except it's a pattern on a pattern. I know that part. Again, this looks like stenciling and splattering. She was busy making something. I think I'm going to fold this. I'm kind of sad folding this. I might regret this. But it doesn't really fit in my box. So there you go. There's a fun texture. I don't know if she did embossing, but it's metallic. It's textured. Well, it looks like it's hand painted. It's thick like this. I love this torn edge. How much of it there is. I have some ideas for this already. Weirdly enough, this is not my cup of tea. And here's something that is so true, even when it's somebody else's scraps, right? Is that stuff that wouldn't normally be you wouldn't choose it by yourself. All of a sudden it becomes exciting and cool and inspirational. It's so true. So I was really happy that I found a partner that wanted to do this with me, because I don't know if she'll feel the same way, because I of course think that my scraps are just all garbage and what could you possibly even do with them. Ooh. But maybe she'll feel the same way, and I have always felt the same way when I'm looking at other people's scraps. I'm like, ooh, this is cool. What's this? Always, always. Here it looks like it's just a paper bag, but sprayed with metallic paint. Very cool. I wonder if Ginger, I don't know too much about Ginger's work, but so far a lot of it has been in metallics. So I wonder if she's experimenting with metallics or if that's like a go-to, right? Love these. Love these. Circles. Love this. More circles. Black tea dyed. This feels like it must have been like a cleaning towel. This feels like it was a baby wipe at one time. And it must have been a cleaning towel. It has an embossed letter H right there. Maybe it's that, you know, that baby brand that starts with H. They make diapers that, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to say brand names. Ooh, this is super slippery. It's not exactly a wax paper, but it feels like a waxed paper. I don't know. More metallic, more black, more gold and silver. This is cool, whatever it is, but I bet I might have a bear of a time gluing to this. Or gluing this to anything. I might have to think of some unique way to use it. Maybe that will be the challenge. Here's some acetate with the dots. That looks like an experiment, doesn't it? That looks like an experiment. And it must be acrylic with the dots and then peeling off, because it's got, I love this. I love the texture it's made from. It looks like from peeling the stencil off. There's more of that super slippery paper. It's not exactly a parchment. It's a little more than a wax paper. I don't know. Gosh, I don't know. Ooh, pretty. This has got all kinds of stuff going on. I'll be sad to figure out which side to use. I will be conflicted. I can tell already. Ooh, there's a vellum with gold on. This is gorgeous. Yellow dots. I don't know. On vellum. Feels like acrylic paint. Maybe. Looks like it's got those marks where you pull the stencil off again, but I'm not sure. I mean, that could just be brush strokes, maybe. Definitely yellow, orange, mustardy color. This is embossed paper. I don't know if it's embossed by her or came embossed. I don't know, but it's got metallic-y stuff going on and some white color going on. This looks like a basket to me. I mean, it's definitely basket weavy, right? Kind of getting a picture what to do with that already. Ooh! That's just a plain scrap, and it has a little bit of texture to it, so it feels cool. Ooh. Got a little bit of change of color here. It looks like this might have been turquoise paper. Look at all the stuff going on in there. That looks like a science experiment. Maybe it is. Maybe it will be. I mean, I don't even know what our prompts are going to be. We have to wait till the end of November to find out what we're going to do with all this cool stuff. This is just a piece of book from 1914, it says. Looks like she used a good chunk. Oh, this is somebody's décolletage. And a necklace and the top of a dress. The shoulders of a dress. I will make good use of this. It doesn't feel like it was, it might have been the original. This might have been like the book cover. This might be an original thing, but it kind of feels like it's a reprint. I'm not sure. Ooh. So this is a kind of Zentangle kind of thing. I wonder if she actually did the Zentangle or if this is some kind of paper that came like this. If you were going to do Zentangle and get it that perfect, you'd have to have a lot of patience. I do not. Aurora Lee. There's a nice poem on a old book page. Cool. Another old book page. Common fractions. Oh, math! No mathing. There's a few old book pages. The Fire Worshippers. I've never heard of that. I might have to stop and read that before I do anything with it. Oh, this is funny. Ginger, when you're watching this, you must have laughed because this looks like it's from an old German Bible. And I believe I sent you an old German Bible page. I don't know about Kansas, but Minnesota, where I live, had a lot of German immigrants, and the Bible was shrunk down into small chunks and written in German for people who moved here so they could have German Bibles. Look at that. 1941, 1938, 1940. Rained all day. Poured all night. Sun came out and it's too warm for a coat. Grain looks weak. Needs the sun. Who? I can't read part of this. Somebody died from stuffication of the heart. Albert, somebody's son. That's sad. Rained all night. Oh, Milton Hackins' baby died? at Rochester probably yesterday. 6 months. Brain fever. I thought that said hives at first. I mean, I don't know why I thought it said hives, but I thought, what in the world is a brain hive? Ida's father, Gilbert, was Mrs. T.A. Sorensen's uncle. Herman and Ida Schneiked. Oh, raining again. 1938. Mrs. A.N. Stoondale buried. Had a special casket. Friday, 1939. It was hot. It says so right there. Sunday, 1940. Rained all day. Is this like a rain journal? This is a rain and death journal. Somebody's rain and death journal. Oh my gosh, look how well aged this is. This is gorgeous. Okay, sorry I took so long reading that, but that was fascinating for me. Oh, a nice vellum with some old school style writing. Love it. I might have to treasure that journal page. I don't know what to do with it. It's too amazing to me. This is cool. Love the texture of this paper. Love the colors. Love the design on it. That looks like it must have been a cleanup or a backdrop for, you know, the thing we put under what we're working on to not make so much mess. I don't know what this is. It looks like another dot experiment. Ginger, you like dots. Very cool. It's another metallic color. I think I like this one. I think it's different enough to be a partner color for the other metallics because it's almost coppery, but not quite. I like that. Uh-oh. My nemesis. Bright colors. But they're on a graying background, so... Very cute. Very cute. This is another... a splash, you know, this cleaning paper. It's got almost stamps on it, right? Where you were like cleaning up a stamp or something. Very cool looking. Oh, totally piece of, now that's a piece of a pattern. It's a hood ruffle for babies. And it's by the company that ends in that. Yeah, it implies that it's not difficult, that name. Did you make that with a loofah? Is this a big fat loofah right here? I just want to know. I think you made that with a big fat loofah, and I think that's really cool. This is that really fun paper. I love this paper. This is weird how it has, I mean, the paper has a grain to it, right? But not enough to feel like a texture very much, but it definitely showed up in the paint that's on here. That's weird. I want to play with that. So I thought that was a loofah, but then this kind of looks loofah-y too, but more in a chain. That wouldn't be loofah, or unless it's cut up loofah. Did you cut up your loofah and make different designs with it? You're gonna have to let me know. This is almost thin enough to be pattern paper. Whoa, we have some sticking going on. Polka dot vellum. I love vellum so much. This is a seriously dyed chunk of doily. Oh, it's crunchy. It's a little crunchy. I'm having fun pulling the crunches out. That's so exciting. Love this. Love that piece. Let's see if we can get this apart without damage. Yes, we can. Okay, so this is a really, really cool dyed paper with some, okay, so it's got metallic circles on it, right? Like some of the other stuff, but it's not like a solid dot, and it's not like a ring like some of them were. It's just sort of, when I'm showing it, when I'm looking at my camera, it's looking more solid than it is. It's rather, the circles are rather ethereal. So I like that. Oh, and look what they do on the other side. Oh, that's weird. I'm going to have a tough time knowing what to do with this too, because I like this side and I like this side. And you can't see the metallic dots on this side, but it did change the color of the paint. Oh my goodness. That's an exciting one. This feels like some wax paper. This is very bronzy, coppery. Love that. Even more newer copper. And a nice cream color. Vellum-y, wax papery. Oh, very cool. Uh-oh, we're in the bright territory again. Don't know what this is, but it's very nicely wrinkled and got some bright red, and oh, it looks very orange in on my screen. It is red to the orange for sure. It's got a little bit of metallic-y something in it, just in, yeah, if I tip it, you can totally see that, just in spots, right? So it's kind of got like a flip effect. That's very exciting. We're reaching the end. I'm sad. Just a white blotter paper of some sort, or maybe just the scraps off the edges of a project. Lovely kind of storm color. Black and gold. I so want to do a black and gold project. I wonder if it would be okay if I saved this one instead of Dephemerember. This one can go in my black and gold project. This one might be too special. It might have to get special treatment. Okay, I want to know how you did this one, Ginger, because these holes look burnt. Did you burn holes in a piece of paper? Ooh. Oh, very nice. So this is just a piece of paper that's very wrinkled and metallic treated on one side, right? But it's so wrinkly and so smoothed back out that it almost feels leathery. Just sit and play with this all day. Okay, maybe not. There's more of that paper with the squares on the background. Somebody's going to write in the comments and tell me what that is, right? That is super cool. I'm seeing things that go together and that are going to create just the coolest projects. There is a very delicate edged paper. I don't know what this is, but it feels like it might be very old. It's a little brittle. I'm going to be careful with that one because it doesn't feel like it'll stand up to much. And last but not least, black background and silver paint. It looks like with just a little bronze in it, or a little metallic-y brown. Somehow metallic-y brown. Oil rubbed bronze, perhaps. And it looks like it used to be a white paper, so it's really pretty saturated with the colors. Did you, Miss Ginger, did you put this on here? Did you put the color on this paper? Okay, so that is the bottom of my Gingerscraps. You know what I should have done? Because Ginger does not have a YouTube channel, as far as I know. I think she doesn't have one yet, or intends to, or something. I'm not sure. But I should have filmed what I sent her. It'll be, yeah, I should have filmed what I sent her so that we could see what she has to work with, and then someday see what she ended up making out of the silly stuff I sent her. This, Miss Ginger, is a fabulous little box of scraps, bits and pieces for me to use, and they seem very well coordinated, other than a couple of pieces. Like there's a couple of bright colors that might be a separate project, right? Look at that, just gorgeous. This might be something separate. Oh, with that maybe? Oh my goodness. Maybe it's more coordinated than I thought. Okay. Anyway, so lots and lots of cool stuff in here. Some of it like springs out to me as going together right off the bat and gives me ideas right off the bat. Maybe that's a separate project, but this might have to be saved for my black and gold journal. All right, that's all I wanted to show you, was my basket and its progress and my Gingerscraps. Yay! So keep your eyes open. More Dephemerember stuff coming.